The crypto golden boy who stole $11 billion. Meet the man who convinced the whole world he was the savior of cryptocurrency, while secretly running one of the largest financial frauds in American history. This is the story of Sam Bankman-Fried, a 26-year-old MIT grad who built a $32 billion empire, rubbed shoulders with celebrities, and then lost it all in the span of 1 week. Oh, and he's now spending the next 25 years in federal prison. This isn't just another crypto collapse story. This is the tale of how a vegan, utilitarian do-gooder from Stanford, California, convinced Tom Brady, Kevin O'Leary, and some of the smartest investors in the world to trust him with their money, and then proceeded to gamble it all away like he was playing Monopoly with house money.
I'm done. Please. I don't want to do this anymore.
But here's the kicker. The most mind-bending part of this entire story isn't that he stole billions. It's not that he fooled everyone from venture capitalists to your grandmother. It's that he almost got away with it until one tweet brought down his entire house of cards in 72 hours. Buckle up, because this is the story of the fastest rise and most spectacular fall in crypto history. Let's start with the golden boy himself. Sam Bankman-Fried was born in 1992 in Stanford, California. And when I say Stanford, I mean his parents were literally Stanford law professors. Both of them, Joseph Bankman and Barbara Fried, two brilliant academics who raised their son on a steady diet of utilitarian philosophy and moral righteousness. Picture this. While other kids were arguing about who got the bigger slice of pizza, little Sam was having dinner table conversations about maximizing global utility and effective altruism. His parents believed in doing the greatest good for the greatest number of people. Noble, right? Keep that in mind. It's going to become hilariously ironic later. Sam wasn't just smart, he was MIT smart. Graduated in 2014 with a physics degree and immediately landed a job at Jane Street Trading, one of Wall Street's most prestigious quantitative trading firms. We're talking about a place where they don't just hire rocket scientists, they hire the people who teach rocket scientists.
Friction ratios affect steering outcomes in aeronautical use under reduced gravity loads.
So you're a rocket scientist?
I was.
For 3 years, Sam made millions, moving money around at light speed. But here's where our utilitarian upbringing kicks in. Sam looked at his massive salary and thought, I could be doing so much more good with this money. So in 2017, he founded Alameda Research, a crypto trading firm with a noble mission: make as much money as possible, to give it all away to charity. The effective altruism dream in action. And you know what? It worked. Alameda was crushing it, making millions trading cryptocurrency arbitrage, buying Bitcoin cheap in one country and selling it expensive in another. Sam was living his utilitarian fantasy, getting rich to save the world. But then, in 2019, our boy Sam had an even bigger idea. What if, Sam thought, instead of just trading crypto, I created the best crypto exchange in the world? And thus, FTX was born. A sleek, user-friendly platform that made buying Bitcoin as easy as ordering pizza. FTX wasn't just another crypto exchange. This thing was beautiful. Clean interface, celebrity endorsements, Super Bowl ads featuring Larry David.
Like I was saying, it's FTX. It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
I don't think so.
Sam positioned himself as the responsible adult in a room full of crypto degenerates. And the celebrities came running. Tom Brady became a brand ambassador and got equity in the company. His ex-wife Gisele Bündchen signed on too. The Miami Heat Stadium became FTX Arena. Even Kevin O'Leary,
whole company that sold for $3.2 billion.
Did you say 3.2 with a B?
Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, took $15 million to become FTX's official spokesperson. But here's where Kevin O'Leary's story gets particularly painful. The man publicly praised FTX's regulatory standing.
FTX, where I actually use the product.
Yeah.
I've got millions of dollars invested in it.
Insisting it was playing by the rules. And he even called Sam Bankman-Fried the JP Morgan of crypto.
Sam Bankman-Fried. I like his mandate, I like his parents, I like his family, and I'm happy to be a shareholder. So yeah.
He was so convinced that he put his own money where his mouth was. Over $1 million in FTX equity. Spoiler alert, that didn't age well. By 2021, FTX was valued at $32 billion. Sam Bankman-Fried was worth $24 billion on paper. Forbes put him on their cover. He was giving away hundreds of millions to charity. The guy was living in a $40 million penthouse in the Bahamas with 9 roommates. Because sharing is caring. apparently. Everything was perfect. Sam was the golden boy of crypto, the responsible billionaire, the guy who was going to legitimize the entire industry. But there was just one tiny problem. And by tiny, I mean absolutely massive, criminal, and completely insane. Sam was secretly using customer money from FTX to cover losses at Alameda Research. Let me repeat that, because it's important. Sam was taking money that customers deposited on FTX, money they thought was safely sitting in their accounts, and using it to make risky bets at his trading firm. Well, to me, this is like if your bank took your savings account and decided to bet it all on red at the casino. Except worse, because at least the casino is regulated. How much money are we talking about? Try $8 billion. Billion with a B.
With a B.
When Sam Bankman-Fried misappropriated billions of dollars of FTX customers' funds to prop up Alameda's trading losses, fund political donations, and maintain his lavish lifestyle. Now, who was helping him with this criminal masterstroke? His on and off girlfriend, Caroline Ellison, who was running Alameda Research. Caroline, a Stanford math grad who was apparently really good at two things: quantitative trading and keeping Sam's secrets. But here's where the story gets even more wild. Sam wasn't just stealing customer money. He was doing it while preaching about ethics and effective altruism. In 2022, he even signed Bill Gates' giving pledge, committing to give away most of his wealth. He was giving interviews about responsible crypto practices. The man was literally Robin Hood in reverse, stealing from regular people to give to himself and his friends. But all criminal empires eventually crumble, and Sam's house of cards came tumbling down because of one thing: Twitter beef.
What is your biggest mistake?
The biggest beefsteak.
In 2022, CoinDesk published a report showing that Alameda Research's balance sheet was propped up by FTT tokens, FTX's own cryptocurrency. Basically, Sam's trading firm was using monopoly money as collateral. Changpeng Zhao, CEO of rival exchange Binance, saw this report and decided to twist the knife. He announced that Binance would sell all their FTT tokens worth about $500 million. This started a bank run. Customers panicked and tried to withdraw their money from FTX. And here's the problem when you've been secretly gambling with customer deposits. When everyone wants their money back at the same time, you don't have it. Within 72 hours, Sam Bankman-Fried went from crypto royalty to crypto villain. November 6th, CoinDesk publishes the damning report. November 7th, Binance announces they're dumping FTT tokens. November 8th, FTX halts withdrawals, the crypto equivalent of putting a close sign on a bank. November 11th, FTX files for bankruptcy. 4 days. That's how long it took for a $32 billion empire to completely collapse. Sam was arrested in the Bahamas in December 2022. His trial began in October 2023. And let me tell you, it was a masterclass in how not to defend yourself in court. His strategy? Essentially arguing that he was too incompetent to commit fraud. Your Honor, I'm not a criminal mastermind. I'm just really bad at running a business. The jury didn't buy it. On March 28, 2024, Sam Bankman-Fried was sentenced to 25 years in prison and ordered to forfeit $11 billion. The trial was one of the most notorious cases of white-collar crime in the United States. Financier Anthony Scaramucci turned Bankman-Fried the Bernie Madoff of crypto. But here's the thing that makes the story so much darker than just rich guys goes to prison. Real people lost real money. Big-name investors like Tom Brady and Kevin O'Leary lost on huge investments, but they'll be fine. Tom Brady still has his Super Bowl rings. It's the regular people who got crushed. Teachers, nurses, students who put their life savings into FTX because they trusted the boy genius from Stanford who promised to change the world. Kevin O'Leary lost the $15 million FTX paid him to be their spokesperson, plus his equity investment. But you know what he said? He claimed he fell victim to groupthink, stating that the institutional interest in FTX on the US equity was unbelievable. The amount of people that approached me saying, "How do I get a piece of this deal?" Even Mr. Wonderful got wonderfully fooled.
That's good chicken.
So what's the real lesson here? How did a vegan math nerd from Stanford convince the world he was the next Warren Buffett while secretly running a criminal enterprise? The answer is painfully simple. He told people what they wanted to hear. In a Wild West industry full of scammers and degenerates, Sam positioned himself as the responsible one, the ethical one, the one who actually cared about doing good. He wrapped fraud in the language of philanthropy. He disguised theft as effective altruism. He made stealing billions sound like saving the world. And in the end, his parents, those Stanford law professors who raised him on utilitarian principles, were left heartbroken watching their son, who wanted to do good, get sentenced to 25 years in federal prison. The greatest tragedy of Sam Bankman-Fried isn't that he stole billions, it's that he probably could have legitimately been everything he pretended to be. He had the brains, he had the connections, he had the resources. He could have actually changed the world. Instead, he chose to become the very thing he claimed to be fighting against, another greedy criminal who put profits over people. There's no parole in federal cases, but Bankman-Fried may still be able to shave years off his term. So he might get out when he's in his early 40s, assuming good behavior. What do you think, guys? Will Sam Bankman-Fried emerge from prison a reformed man, or will he just be a better criminal? And here's the question that keeps me up at night, again. If Sam could fool everyone from Kevin O'Leary to Tom Brady to venture capitalists worth hundreds of billions, who's fooling us right now? Drop your theories in the comments. And if you happen to be running a crypto exchange while secretly gambling with customer money, maybe don't. Stay tuned for our next episode of Crypto Uncovered, where we'll dive into another scandal that's rocking the blockchain world. And if you're considering getting into crypto after hearing the cautionary tale, remember, Sam's story isn't unique. The crypto space has seen countless exchanges collapse, founders disappear, and billions vanish overnight. Before trusting any platform with your money, do your homework, check their regulatory compliance, read independent audits, understand how they protect customer funds, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. Whether it's Jew.com or any other platform, your due diligence is your best protection. Learn more about responsible crypto practices at Jew.com.